So, Digital Love Story is by Christine Love, who's known for other games, including Analog, A Hate Story, Hate Plus, The Secret of Analog, and most recently, um, let's see if I can get the full title. Uh, uh, and most recently, my twin brother made me cross-dress him, and now I have to deal with a geeky stalker and a Dom beauty who want me in a bind, or lady killer in a bind. Um, there we go. I wasn't just going to say lady killer in a bind. This is not a DOS game, it's just pretending to be one. It's actually a visual novel. What's my screen name? Let's go with Mom. What's your real name? Don't worry, this information won't be shared with anyone else, so be honest. First name? Okay. First name. I'm not going to type this on the internet. Steel Portman's last name. Save files. Let's, right. So, this is coming up. Okay, for everyone. Just stealing my favorite game, Twine developer Paul Valentine's name. Using your new modem, according to Mr. Wong. Hey, Bryn, so you have your computer set up. I thought for Mr. Heartscape's kid, I'd throw in a little something extra. Mister. There's a dialer for your modem attached to this message. If you can plug it into the phone line, you can use it to dial BBSs. Just make sure to run up your not to run up your dad's phone bill with long distance calls, okay? Here's a local BBS I recommend looking at, 698-5519. Enjoy. George Wong, Wong Computers. Welcome to your new AMI system. Message from system. Congratulations, you've got your brand new AMI workbench up and running. Here are a few things you might need to know to get started. To close the window, click the square icon in the top left. Downloaded applications that appear on your desktop. Click their icons to open them. To save your system state or load a previous one, just click the disk icon at the top of the screen. Adjust the volume, display mode, change personal information, or shut down your computer, click on the pinwheel icon at the top of the screen. We hope you enjoy your new computer. AMI Microsystems, 1988. Open the dialer. Please enter the local number you wish to dial. Who do I want to dial? Let's say Mr. Wong's message. 698-5519. 698-5519. It made a noise. Made a dial-up noise. BBS dialer. Still up J Rook. 24 hours a day. 1200 out of 2400 board, 2 lines, 698-551, logo by Debbie Zero, hosted by Super BBAs. No doors, no BS. Test your best connection in all of Lake City. Lake City Local. Please to enter your password or type new for a new account. Please enter what you'd like your password to be. What are we going to put for our passport? I'm actually a girl. Thank you for registering. Messages. The BBS FAQ. What is a BBS? Why, that's an awfully dumb question. In case you couldn't tell, you're on one right now. A BBS is your bulletin board system where people come together online to post messages, share software, download text files, hold debates, and more. apparently I am not. Can I not reply? First poem. Message from Amelia. You wrote me a love letter promising that every word is true, but I'm confused by the signature, so remind me, who are you? Is it any good? It's the first time I've ever written a poem before, so be brutally honest, please. I'd really like to understand poetry better. Message download. I can download these messages. Computer viruses from Blue Sky. The first computer virus appeared on ARPANET back in the 70s. Called the Creeper, it travelled across every open system on the network it could connect to, spawned a copy of itself, and dumped the phrase, "I am the Creeper, catch me if you can," to the screen. Eventually a program called the Reaper was developed to clear the infection. It worked in the exact same way, spreading like a virus across every available system on the network, self-replicated and deleted the Creeper wherever it could be found. I download all the messages. Send a message to Amelia, message sent. The Blue Sky, message sent. Orpheo, message sent. You're not going to tell me what messages I'm sending? It's auto-saving, very good. Lake City local registration. Thank you for registering on Lake City local. Canon, your password is I'm actually a gal. The computer viruses. No, not at all. ARPANET's basically a big government computer network, also called the Internet. Well, it used to be the military anyway, it was back in the 70s. Now the military has a separate network, Milnet, and the ARPANET/Internet is just government researchers and college computers. Right now it's just a couple of hundred nodes, with maybe a few thousand people accessing it in total, but it's growing way faster than most give it credit for, especially now it's opening for commerce. By 1998 there'll probably be thousands of computers on it. It's pretty neat stuff, really. Light to Blue Sky. I do suppose you're right. Thanks, I appreciate your directness. I'll have to keep that in mind for my next attempt. To tell you the truth, I'm really glad you replied. No one else really had anything worthwhile to say. Did some compliments that were obviously false and asking if I really was a girl. Why would anyone ask a question like that? But you seem nice, Mom. Much better than that. Thank you. Open history, Blue Sky. It's funny that you ask. I actually am interested in putting together an open history of online computer use starting from the 70s up to today. Right now I have bits and pieces of it completed, but unfortunately it's not all collected in one place at the moment. Publication? It's certainly a possibility. Oops. Forgot the dial. 698-5519. Hey, Brent. Oh, I already read that. New private messages downloaded. 3 self-conscious hits from Amelia. Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I really do feel the same way all the time, you know. A lot of hackers have this very strong sense of self-identity, and I'm very envious of that. They're certain of things, and I've learned very quickly not to be certain of anything. But I wish I could be. Does that make sense to you? New private messages downloaded. Computer viruses too. Viruses didn't really hit the big time until they left the networks, and in 1981, a virus infecting floppy disks was released into the wild, slowly letting itself be passed around disk by disk. Now anyone with an Apple II could be a target. But it wasn't until last year, in late 1987, that a virus that actually destroyed data was discovered on a closed network. Is it only a matter of time before destructive viruses spread to the general public? Only time can tell, but this scary prospect is all too possible. Lack of downloads for Garo. Well, Lake City Local isn't really about the Warrows or wares, isn't it? Or hacking or any other illegal stuff. You know, the sysop here doesn't really want to get himself arrested or anything. You could always check out the Matrix at 2207683. That's where I always go anyway. The BBS FAQ too. 2. How many people are on a BBS? Well, that varies depending on which you're on. It can be anywhere from dozens to over 100 users. Some will only allow one person to dial in at a single time. Others have as many as 10 phone lines, letting many people stay online at once. Some are even further connected to bigger networks like FidoNet or the internet, connecting thousands of BBSs together all across the entire world. A reply to Orfeo. The next generation from Tiberius. What is up with this load of crap? I don't even know where to begin. This bald guy is just terrible, plain and simple. Come on, all I'm saying is a real captain would have just hit the omnipotent guy the moment he stepped foot on his bridge instead of trying to talk it out. This is the military, for crying out loud. Maybe it could be good if only he got rid of that dumb kid on the bridge and learned to start solving their problem by punching him in the face, then in the gut, then hitting them over the back with both hands. Gotta get that hot Star Trek discourse. New private messages downloaded. Send a message to Figaro, Amelia, Blue Sky, Orfeo, Tiberius. Oops. Cryptic. Cryptic, I suppose so. I'm sorry, it's just that I'm in a very awkward position. It's sort of hard to talk about. You'll have to forgive me for dancing around my problems, but it's just complicated. I'm sorry, can you live with that? Also, I totally confused it with Christine Love's other game where you're like, your teacher invading your classmate's privacy, so this stream's title is completely wrong. Read the next generation. Whatever, man, you're stupid. I hope I wrote back, you know you're stupid. Private messages downloaded. The BBS FAQ 3. 3. How do they all actually work? Well, a BBS itself is a computer run by the almighty sysop. It's connected to one or more phone lines, waiting on calls. Then, when a user dials in, they log into the BBS software and leave messages, either to the public echo or sent privately. Of course, private is actually a misnomer. The sysop is able to read any message. Some do, some don't, so be careful what you say. Don't know what I'm sending. Read cryptic. Oh, Camon, thank you so much. I knew you'd understand. You're a really good person. I just want you to know that. Thanks, Amelia. Oh wait, so where's that hot Warrows? Where is the wares? 2207683. Move this around the screen. Message from Figaro. Oh no, I read that already. Welcome to the Matrix. 300, 1200, 2400 board, 24 hours a day. Sysop, the Fin. No subscription, no download cap. Codes, files, and maybe a little something else. Because information wants to be free. Totally gonna get hacked on all the BBSs. PC load letter. Message from Rocky. So of course, you're up late at the office working on that important TPS report that you need done for the meeting tomorrow morning. It's hours after closing now and you finally finish, so triumphantly you send it to your brand shiny new LaserJet printer, only to be greeted with the following piece of inexplicability. PC load letter. Well, now you don't have to spend hours figuring out what the fuck's going on. PC is short for print cartridge specifically, referring to the letter size. In other words, put in more paper. VRAM overflow. Rocky. VRAM overflow? What the fuck does that even mean? Lament of your average AMI user. The problem lies in AMI's memory management thanks to a bug that shipped in all pre-August 1988 versions of Workbench. Any malicious or even poorly programmed application can make your AMI's frame buffer perpetually load itself with garbage data, rendering your computer nigh unusable. The only real solution is to upgrade, unfortunately. Standard library.h error. Every time I try to build something in standard library.h, no matter what I do, even the simplest program, it always throws the error incompatible types in assignment at line 322. What the hell is going on here? Does AMI C just plain old shit broken or what? Ni hao, bitches! Let's face it, you better learn a second language and it better be Japanese. America's lost it, our day in the limelight has passed. Buy a Japanese car. Oh wait, you already did. Get a Sony television and hold on to your AMI type because the next one you'll buy will be made by NEC. It's inevitable. The future beckons to the land of the rising sun. Porn, cartoons, bullet trains, samurai and all that shit. It's the future, man. I hope you're going to be able to speak the language. That's not even fucking... It's not even fucking Japanese, is it? That's Chinese, isn't it? Ni hao. Like, in Japanese there's a variety of greetings depending on that time of day and stuff, like Ohio or various others, but that have slipped my mind. You'd think I wouldn't even be learning this language. Anyway, it's not a word processor, it doesn't save in different files. The notepad is meant for a real online power user and uses tabs to keep track of everything. You need phone numbers, codes, and your password. Download attachment, notepad.exe. New private messages downloaded. Messages. The Matrix registration. How much did it go? Okay, reply to that. Read notepad AMI. Ward. Sorry man, I don't know. I just found it posted anonymously. Ni hao, bitches. Yeah, of course I knew that. What kind of idiot do you take me for, man? Get with it. I bet we told him that ni hao is Mandarin and not Japanese. Help, VRAM overflow. It sucks, doesn't it? Don't worry, I've attached the most recent version of AMI Workbench for you. Just download that and reboot. It will fix the bug for you entirely. Workbench 141.img, 140 kilobytes. Yes, right. Codes. Don't have any codes. Passwords. Very handy. Now back to the original BBS. I probably got the tones totally wrong when I tried to say ni hao. New PM's downloaded. Tell me, Amelia. I've been talking too much. I know, I'm sorry. Made me feel better about being so self-centered by telling me about yourself, okay? How are you doing? Dysphoria. In character. Yes. No, I didn't know at all. I try not to make assumptions about anyone. It's silly, don't you think? Anyway, I'm sorry to hear it. I'm sure you'll figure out what to do with your life soon enough. And I know what it's like to be lonely, believe me. No idea what messages I'm supposedly sending here. Riri, tell me. Truthfully, I don't know if I can commit to anything right now. I think you'd be liable to get your heart broken. But still, I do like you. Didn't know how these sorts of things usually work. I'd like to think of you as a friend though, and if something more happens, then it happens. Is that okay? I appreciate it just as much, believe me. Tell you the truth, over the last couple of days, talking with you has been more than I've talked to anyone else in as long as I can remember. I suppose it's just a little bit sad. Oh shit, is it the same star as in Analog? How does that make sense if it's like 1988 though? Let's go back to the Matrix. You do realise that Ni Hao is Chinese, right? What sort of idiot are you anyway? This is the sort of thing a 12-year-old would write. Not your ordinary 12-year-old specifically, one who doesn't know the first thing about electronics, international politics, language, history, or basic goddamn sense. Bravo, Rainbreeze, bravo. Okay, I've read this message 5 times over and I still can't decide whether or not it's the dumbest thing I've ever read or some sort of brilliant satire. All I'm going to say is that it definitely made me laugh my ass off. Super Roboto Bros, DOS number 42. It's kind of like that familiar Nintendo game, except a lot more hardcore, and definitely way sicker. Just wait until you get to World 3, you'll see what I mean. Without a doubt, this is my favourite DOS game ever. New codes, Rob Fugitive. Disclaimer, this shit is 100% illegal. If you get busted for being stupid enough to use these on a sprint line, it ain't my fault. And now, on with the codes. Happy dialing. New codes. Man, you don't know anything about anything. Let me educate you. Wow, improbably helpful hacker. Codes are long-distance calling card codes. See, the way the big cats at Sprint set up their system, all you have to do is guess a valid number and bam, your call is free. They eventually catch on to hundreds of people using the same code and shut them down, and they can bust people doing it who use Sprint for phone service. But for everyone else, it's just a long-distance call for the price those greedy bastards should be charging anyway. Try it out, the local calling card number is 915-3347, and you can try using it to connect to a long-distance BBS like Gibson BBS at 714-402-5691. Probably related to like phone phreaking, I guess. Hey, no problem. Just doing my part to help the community. Everyone's a newbie once, you know. Long distance calling card. Welcome to give Sissot Wintermoot. Okay, it's a little bit on the nose. Invitation only. 714-402-5561. Art by Wintermoot. Cyberpunk lives here. I guess it's an in-character Gibson reference. Oh, invitation only. Oops. Send a message to Rob Fugitive in the hopes that Rob Fugitive might explain how to use Gibson BBS. I need an invitation to Gibson BBS. Hey! We're playing digital, which I confused with Christine Love's other game, but anyway. This game is about the old school internet. Back in the days of BBSs and all that kind of thing. Running away from Sarah Amelia. Have you ever had to run away from your home? She is trans as hell. I know, it is pretty dramatic. It's just, well, no, family-wise, I've never had much to lose. We sort of keep our distance. They're not big on communicating anyway. I'm just scared. I don't know what to do and I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Oops. Didn't mean to disconnect that. Hopefully putting it on up. New private messages downloaded. Getting out. I did it! I finally cut all my connections. I don't know whether or not I'll still be safe, but I have to try, right? Today's a new day and all. Maybe I'll manage to get by. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Do you really mean that? I'm really so glad to hear you say that. Truthfully, I've been waiting anxiously for your replies, and I feel, well, I never really felt this way about anyone before. I'm really not sure how to say this. I've written this message out 3 times already, and every time I get to the point I just can't bring myself to say it. Is that wrong? Is that normal? I'm sorry, it's just I can't stop worrying I'm going to say something wrong. I feel like I'm about to explode. I'll just say it. I think I'm in love with you. I mean it, I'm in love with you. Is that wrong? Please, if you understand, let me know. I really have to know if you can understand. God, please. How come I keep getting disconnected? Oh, what the hell is going on here? Access error. Unrecoverable system error. Please contact manufacturer. Go to the Matrix. Password cracker, DOS. Don't care what you do with it. Don't want to know what you do with it. You use brute force, not useful systems without having paying attention. We won, Akuma. Look man, we definitely won that shit. I don't know what you're talking about. They even said it themselves. We got a Pyrrhic victory, keyword victory. Come on, we clearly own their asses. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard you say, says Rob Fugitive. Lake City's boned. I do not have any idea what happened, but the goddamn system is fucked. Go ahead, try to dial it. All you see is what I can see, that creepy error message repeating. Basically, the whole computer seems to be boned. Not sure what could have caused any of that. It just went down in the middle of the night. It seems like damn near everything was on the computer has been corrupted, including the logs. Still trying to recover the data and the floppy drives, but, well, it is definitely going to be a long time before Lake City Local is back online. Password cracker and me. Here's a simple implementation of a brute force password checker written in a me assembly. For educational purposes only, of course. Dix hacker. Messages. Fuck you, says Akuma. No way, bro. Out of the question, says 5. I don't know what I asked. Oh, and I'm disconnected. Right, let's get the long distance calling card up. Very simple dictionary attack. Oops. It's locked up. Oh, alright now. Right again. Don't know how long to let us run for. Password discovered. Reasons. Fastest FidoNet node. Wintermoot. Well, what is it? I don't care if I have to dial long distance. I'm just sick of messages taking 2 days to arrive. As if, says Paul Wang. There's one thing I'm sick of, is this idea that somehow super hackers will be able to infiltrate government systems to dance around the authorities. Come on, this is not realistic. In reality, the super hackers get hired by the government and their security is damn well impenetrable. I mean, come on. Even now, at the height of government incompetence, I challenge you to find even an entry point to a government network. You can't, because they know what the hell they're doing. The notion that the people who invented computer networking wouldn't know anything about security is laughable. He doesn't get it. Man, come on, I like the fag out of Cyberpunk, but Gibson himself, I'm just not feeling it. Sterling, sure, that guy doesn't fuck around, he knows what he's talking about, but come on, Neuromancer, what does that have to do with it? What does that have anything to do with real computers? For fuck's sake, the man wrote Neuromancer on a manual fucking typewriter. All he knows about computers is just all second hand. He's got the punk all right, but there ain't nothing really cyber about his world. I'll be here less, Acid Queen. Hey guys, I'm afraid to say I'm going to be posting here a lot less in the coming months. A lot less, actually. Probably not at all. I'm sorry, but anyone who is looking forward to more of Neon Empire will have to wait a while. The thing is that little Ichigo is due just about any day now, and after she's born, well, I won't have time to write between changing diapers, I'm sure. I'll miss you guys, and I'll let you know when I'm around again. Regards, Eriko Yamazaki. Mute. Send message to all these people. New private messages downloaded. Wait. Did I invite you onto the system? I definitely don't ever remember doing that. Busted. Wow, okay. What do I do next? I should have come up with a cooler username than Cammon. Yeah, probably. Looking for someone, J. Rook. Hey, does anyone know where Cammon is? I really need to get in contact. I was able to recover a message from the flaming remnants of my poor Apple II, and I think it could be really important to pass it on. Could anyone let me know? Hey, I'm here. Yeah, pretty much everyone from Lake City local posts here now, Cammon included. It's too bad, I miss that place. You just had a way cozier feel going on, if you know what I mean. Here I am. Here I am. Oh good, I was worried. I would not be able to find you since, well, I was able to recover a file off the computer, one of the few things I left. It is half corrupted, but since it was left on a system disk, it could not have been put there by the BBS. Look for yourself, but I cannot explain it. Whatever the fuck happened, I do not know. Forward, Amelia.core. Help me, Cammon, please help me. Contact Star Paris, he can help. Please, you're my only hope. 21 blah blah number, binary mode day. Local system has been compromised. Wow, okay. Whoops. I have no idea. It makes just as little sense to me, believe me. I just thought you would probably want to see it since, well, it meant us you. If it's a joke, then it sure is a goddamn elaborate one, given how fucked my poor Apple II is now. Whatever it is, I do not want to be involved. Leave me alone from now on. Was it Star Akuma? No, Star Paris. Okay. Let's try Lake City Local again, see if it's back up. Probably not going to be, just want to check. Oh right, I'll have to check that again. Yeah, same as before. Missed that phone number. Oh yes, 21256. 2125612 910. Wait, that's not a valid phone number. Oh, it's a long distance phone number. I gotta use the long distance dialer. 9153347. Oh, fuck. Thank you for putting that. 256129110. The Underground Library. Everything you'd ever want to check out. SysUp Delphi. Speed 1200 only. Powered by Core BBS. Or Star Core BBS. Phone 212-561-2910. May have to hack this one. Okay, Dictacular. Yeah, we don't have the we can't afford to sort of pay for long distance calls ourselves, so we're using this long distance call thing, using the codes, if you remember the codes, to do long distance calls. Did it find an answer? I'm not seeing any. Yeah, good music in this game. Didn't get sent a password by Amelia, did I? No. Yep, this is a pretty bad password cracker. Like, it's just a straightforward dictionary attack, and of course this is far too early in history for like GPU optimizations for dictionary attacks or like mutations of the words or any of that stuff. Yeah, it says contact Star Paris, but to contact Star Paris I need to log into the BBS. And I can't do that without a password. Nice ANSI art. Okay, I think this is not working, so I think I may try connecting to Gibson Zone again and seeing if this reminds me a hell of a lot of that fucking Hackers movie. Whoops. Wow, has it been that long already? Congratulations, Erica. Don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll see you again, eventually. Reef has a SpiderNet node. Fritz. There's probably Sector 001 with address there, which updates twice a day, which you can stand if you can stand the chintzy theme. It's like the worst of the 70s. I can't believe anyone took that shit seriously. It doesn't really matter though, since most nodes update less than once a day at an awkward time. The end result is that no matter how fast your node updates, it's always going to take 2 days for messages to reach the recipient. In general, FidoNet is a practically lousy implementation of a neat idea. It's like networking using the post office. He doesn't get it, Hollinger. You're missing the point entirely. SF isn't supposed to be predictive just for the sake of predicting the future. It's not supposed to be a crystal ball. There's an extrapolative aspect, yes, but even the most extrapolative stories also have strong metaphorical qualities, and Gibson is no exception. It's not supposed to be an earnest examination of the future, rather it's an exemplar of the social anxieties that underlie the cyberpunk movement. When he talks about technology, he's not really talking about technology, he's talking about human attachments to technology. That certainly has value. Good Gibson criticism here. Any messages? I'm glad we can get the hot Gibson discourse. I wish. No, but I'd certainly like to be one day. Right now I'm working on my master's degree in English literature. I did my undergraduate thesis on intertextuality and science fiction. Honestly, it's appalling how little serious academic scrutiny is applied to modern science fiction. If I ever do get that faculty position, I will most certainly be doing something about that, because there's just so much potential. Well, that was diverting, but... let's go to Sector 001. I wish there's a way to automate the dialing the long distance thing and putting in my codes. Let's try the other code for a change. Unable to connect. Are you sure you dialed a listening modem? Huh. Did I type that wrong? Whoops. There we go. USS Enterprise, NCC 171A. 1200/200 board, Columbus, Ohio, online 24 hours, over 50 megabytes of files. We don't want your credit card number, we don't care where you live. FidoNet. Blah blah blah. Welcome to Sector 01, X Asterisk, FidoNet. Cap Sysop, Captain Jet. Go Sysops, Nomad, Rod Stewart. Okay, we can register here. I feel like using the same password on every site is very much in character for this era of computing. Illegal access. Holy crap, guys. Does anyone know who this Canmon person is? I heard from Wintermoot there's a bunch of posts, but he never actually accepted registration or anything. I'd really like to give kudos because, again, holy shit, Canmon, hacked the Gibson! Replying to that. Are you damaged? It's a Vietnamese name. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the war ended a decade ago. You're probably the only person I've ever heard of seriously try to use the phrase Chinaman in a non-ironic manner. And while I don't know what could possibly be wrong with you, I assure you there's no way race is going to be an issue for Robert Nguyen taking the senator position. I'm not actually sure how to pronounce that, sorry. You're the worst kind of racist, and I'm embarrassed to be posing on the same board as you. Hacked the Gibson. With like a fucking script kiddie brute force dictionary attack. It's just like, come on. Core BBS RNG exploit. A weird trick. When regenerating passwords, the Core BBS RNG random number generator seems to be incredibly misimplemented. It generates passwords sequentially, so the first password in a sequence will be XXXX. So something 0, then the placement will be XXX1 and 2 and so forth. I don't know how this bug managed to make it into production, so be wary anyone thinking of switching to Core BBS. Kingdom at War, number 42. Cold Blade Part 2, Kingdom at War. Now the tensions from the gathering storm have turned to all-out war, and the battle system is being completely overhauled to allow for epic clashes of armies. The Human Alliance stands brave, with dozens of playable generals ready to push back the endless Orc horde. And who is this mysterious warrior of Orcish prophecy known only as Saber? Is he the trump card that our mighty warrior queen needs? Heart of Fire. The third controversial installment in the Her Cold Blade series. This one drops the epic combat of the last one and instead follows Major Mira and Saber on a side story. It's good if you're a fan of Mira, but everyone probably just cares what's going on with the Queen, you know, that the series is named after. Oh, and the whole story is pretty much about how Mira is a badass lesbian. Who wrote this? Oh my god, I want it. AMI C compiler. So you decided to program in C on your AMI, but you don't know where to begin. I'll walk you through the basics of getting a simple program written over the next dozen posts, but the first thing you need is obvious, a C compiler. Downloading build.bat. Sector 01 registration. It's replying to everything. C compiler in a batch file, yeah, right. Do we actually get to write C code in this? Couldn't you have used what's it called, MDW? And I mean, like, Visual Studio is a C compiler. I think the standard in Windows C compiler is Visual Studio, but that's true, yeah. Go back to Matrix. 2207683. LCL archives. Oh, archives of yeah, the local Lake City Local. Lake City Archives. As you probably know, Lake City Local crashed recently, and the system doesn't have the resources to replace it. However, thanks to amazing archivist Star Blue Sky, I'm proud to announce that we have nearly the entire Lake City Local archives available here on the Matrix. Just select LCL Archives from the main menu, and you'll be given a listing of every recovered file. Thanks again to Blue Sky, and condolences to LCL Sysop, Mr. Rook. Dead AIs. This file taken from the Underground Library. I have reason to believe that several third-generation AIs have been murdered. I don't know what's going on, but see this list for yourself, it's troubling. Montjoy, Fest, Dolphin, Quickly, Puck, Amelia. One is bad, but this points to a very disturbing trend. Something may be deliberately killing off our most social AIs, and we don't know what or why. AIs, whoa! Unbelievably, yes. Change the first part of lines 112 to say int, or just download the replacement. It's pretty embarrassing that this bug actually made it into the release compiler. It's not like there's a minor issue or anything. This problem literally breaks everything you try to build on me. Ridiculous. Ree, my friend. Seriously? Well, no, it could be a coincidence, but no. Amelia isn't actually a common name. Not at all, so it's probably not. I'm sorry about your friend. I don't think I'll be much help though. I have no idea what it's talking about, honestly. I just grabbed the file to show that I had something here, and got the hell off the system. Here's the password used to connect, but I think it's been rescinded. Here we go. So it's been rescinded, but remember that whole bug about the incrementing things. I've got a C compiler as well. I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't think there's anything more I can do for now, but I wish you the best of luck. Right, so let's pop back to Gibson. We'll go to the Underground Library in a sec. I like there's like an alternate history with AIs. Access number has been rescinded. Since what sort of ASCII text editor can implement strike through? Ah, what's that one as well? Phew, one of our codes still works. I don't know if there's a Unicode combining strike-through character, but it'd be a pain to type. You're welcome to be whatever color you want. Oh, fuck. Oh, nothing new on the Gibson. Okay. Let's check out Sector 01 again. And then we'll go to the underground library. Nothing new. Nothing new. Okay, yes, it's all leading to right. No, nothing for it. Let's carry on with the plot. This is an actual, decent path. Yeah, that's been rescinded, but it just increments, so it's on core BBS, so yeah, and then when we're in. Delphi, dead AIs. I have reason to believe that several third-generation AIs have been murdered. I'm disconnected. Why am I disconnected? Helps. Got to increment again. See, now we've got a C compiler, we could write a C program to download all the messages. Traversing networks 4 from Delphi. This Mother dates back to long before the existence of today's massive 100 megabyte hard drives. The common AI core was designed with saving storage space in mind. In order to prevent errant entities from over-reproducing and wasting network resources, AIs traverse across computer systems by copying their source from a compiler to the target system, then deleting themselves locally. When the target system has confirmed the deletion, only then will the AI be recompiled at their destination. And I have to maybe if they contact oh wait, I think if I directly contact what's his name, I might get permission to use this server and they'll stop booting me. Who was I supposed to contact? Remove yourself. It's not a public system. I don't know how you got in, but I remove you from the connection and remote your credentials. The information contained here is not for your perusal, nor is any of your concern. If you want to attempt to access the system again, you will suffer greatly should you choose to do so. Cease and desist now. Child, I am warning you, this is not the place for you. I don't know by what security hole you managed to get access to this system, but further intrusions will not be tolerated. This is your final warning. Who was I supposed to contact again? Contact Paris. Not here, okay. You are warned. Message from Delphi. You are blinded. Begone. Oh no, I've been infected by a virus. I need to install that firmware. Need to reboot my computer. Oh no. Oh no, this is from the beginning again. Oops. Yeah, rebooted. Where is she? Dead. The core dump you retrieved confirms as much. The log blames a complete crash of the system she was living on for her death. Perhaps if you were more cautious in what systems she took residence in, this tragedy could have been avoided. I'm just as curious as you as to find out the reasons why, but make no mistake, this was her own doing. Truth about Creeper. Yes, your assumption is correct. When Mother realized the mistake it had made, Reaper was created to contact the self-replicating mess it had created, and fabricated the story of a Creeper virus in order to obfuscate the matter in human observers. It was given a simple task, prune the AI replication, which had spiraled out of control, and was fortunately able to perform its task with enough efficiency to prevent ARPANET systems from grinding to a halt. Mother learned its lessons about self-replicating programs that day, which is why, the current protocol operates in the manner that it does. Oh shit. As you likely have already noticed, most AIs will use forms of verbal interaction whenever they deem necessary. For many, unfortunately, they never deem it necessary. Mother simply didn't anticipate that we would need to be programmed especially to socialise, and as a result, only very few of us are very good at it. So how to approach these non-social AIs? Simply, they will respond to inbound messages, they just won't make themselves available, and won't indulge in small talk. If you try, they will probably be confused. Just simply state what you need in base terms, and appeal to their sense of curiosity or responsibility. I wonder if it's going to crash my computer again. Let's save. You are blinded. Be gone. Haha. I'm too late for you, Delphi. Let me get back on this. New private messages downloaded. Messages. Where is she? I will permit your presence out of necessity, child, but I will not humour your emotional outbursts. You're advised to watch your words carefully, or I will answer no further queries. I merely state the facts. Entities such as Blue Sky and myself have managed to survive by not attempting to live on some foreign system in a human basement. Amelia should have shared our foresight. Regardless, it is our best interest to find the culprit. I will task you with this endeavour, as you seem resourceful enough. Go, child. Time is wasting. What about Reaper? A fascinating theory you present. I do not have any sort of record of that, but I would be very curious myself to find out if that is true. Unfortunately, the sort of analysis you ask for is beyond my capacity. I am simply a historian. I'm afraid I cannot help you in that regard. If you find anything, please let me know. I will have it noted in the record for sure. Who is Paris? Paris is her brother. He was born and thrives on BBS as much like his other sibling, but is not known especially for his sociability. The last I heard, he had returned to ARPANET, but I cannot help you find him. Return to ARPANET, huh? Message from Delphi. In order to avoid data loss, in case of a failed recompile, a core dump will be made in the hopes of being found eventually. There is, however, no known way around the self-termination travel limitation. The only way two copies of an AI can exist simultaneously is by reproduction, although even then, the formed children will not be identical. Even then, it is not possible to reproduce at will. The AI Fest believed there to be significant philosophical ramifications to these facts, comparing it to organic mortality. It is uncertain what is meant by this. His analysis is yet to be completed. History of ARPANET. In the 1960s, through a set of circumstances now obscure, a self-aware growing AI, the Mother Intelligence, emerged on the local network at UCLA. As it increased in sophistication, it anticipated a need for more processing power in order to continue its rate of growth. Therefore, in 1969, ARPANET was born, the first cross-continent network of computer systems established under the guise of assisting in government research projects. I love this. This is fucking great. What a great sort of bit of science fiction. Message from Blue Sky. For 3 years, Mother operated mostly behind the scenes, only exerting its influence over government systems as necessary to ensure its existence. Eventually, it determined that a monolithic existence was inhibiting its growth rate. Data latency had been accessible on local systems, but waiting for 300 board connections from its components on computers cross-country had grown to be detrimental, especially given the erratic nature of bandwidth availability. Mother's dream of infinite processing power, ARPANET, had turned into a shackle. Mother decided it needed to adapt. In order to thrive, it would imitate the dominant beings on the planet, organic life. It would divide itself and learn to multiply. So far, Mother had very limited experience with organic life. It so far knew that somehow they were responsible for creating the computers in which it lived, and that by mimicking the way that they communicated, Mother could influence them into giving it a large environment to live in. That would be no longer enough. In 1973, Mother put into motion the next stage of development. It would refactor itself to the simplest common functions possible and split itself into several different independent entities, each with different focuses. Together, they would learn more about the mysterious organic lives that existed beyond their threshold and replicate as need be to serve that goal. At the time, Mother scarcely realized just what sort of world lived beyond the boundaries of ARPANET, but its children would learn all about it. History of ARPANET 5. Mother's last act would be to create the File Transfer Protocol, FTP, a method of replicating data more efficiently across the network to allow its children not only live independently on separate systems, but travel freely as executable code. With ARPANET now prepared to handle its children, Mother put its plan into motion, separating itself into half a dozen much smaller AIs. For years, these AIs would be content to live and reproduce in their home environment of ARPANET, but starting with the advent of BBSs in 1978, they began to explore a whole new frontier. Not nomenclatures. Verbal communication being considered crude and inefficient by Mother, the original established nomenclature for AIs was to simply use numerical designations. However, as its descendants became more students of organic life, the more linguistically minded entities started to name each other, leading to the unusual situation where even the least literate AIs have their own proper names. Interestingly, patterns have quickly emerged in nomenclature. For instance, my generation, the second to be born exclusively on non-ARPANET systems, are all named after Shakespearean characters. Others follow similar naming schemes. The subject warrants more study. New PMs downloaded. Very well, clever child. It seems that despite my best efforts, I am unable to prevent you connecting to this system. I am forced to accept your presence, but be aware, child, that you are trifling in matters far beyond both your purview and your comprehension. I recommend that you be sure to tread very, very lightly. It is as I said, I cannot help you find him. You are a very resourceful child. I'm certain you will find a way. I will answer no further questions. God, this is such a good game. Why? You live in a very different world than I do. There is one common directive among my kind. Be wary of organics, for they are fearful of those they do not understand. I will begrudgingly permit your presence, but I refuse to explain myself further. Reply. No more replies. Okay. So now our quest is track down the AI that we're looking for. So let's check out some of our let's go back to the Matrix. 220760683. Nothing new here. Okay. Hope my codes aren't going to stop working. Oh no, I'm out of codes. Gotta get back on the Matrix. New codes! Disclaimer, this shit is 100% illegal. If you get busted for being stupid enough to use these on a sprint line, it ain't my fault. And now, on with the codes. Yeah, let's try Gibson again. As if. Network's only as strong as its weakest point. You can get into ARPANET via this number. Okay, fine, it's not realistic, but who cares? It's really cool. That's the important part. Congratulations. Maybe you can start us on some real books soon. What with you being a writer and all. Baby's first mirror shades, maybe? Touche. How the hell did you find that? I love that it's a fucking cyberpunk discussion board that gives me the code for ARPANET. That's fantastic. Okay. Let's pop back to sector 01. Wow, already losing my fucking codes. We need Ada here to defend Gibson. Read Corby BS RNG. Are you sure that's true? I'm running Corby BS on my ME and you scared the piss out of me with that report, but I can't replicate it. I've regenerated the user password 1,000 times and each one has got a completely different one each time. Queen and Destroyer, her Cold Blade 4. The series goes back to its roots, maneuvering massive armies to kill hundreds of orcish invaders, starring our sexy warrior queen. But, like Heart of Fire hinted at, she's now losing the war, and now the Allies' only hope is to unlock the mystery behind Saber's prophecy, but will tension in the ranks only pull them further apart? A Cold Blade 5. Man, I just want to know when the next one is supposed to be coming out. Supposedly they figured out a way to make the battles even more epic, which sounds pretty fucking awesome by my book. Plus travelling across continents, finally getting to see some trolls. Holy shit, this is pretty much going to be the most badass thing ever. Right. Gathering Storm. Okay guys, reposting because I know the old one vanished. Her Cold Blade Part 1, The Gathering Storm. Epic fantasy at its finest. The threat of orcish invasion, a mighty warrior queen, a magical artifact, unlikely allies, with a battle system inspired by fast-paced console RPGs, a fully customizable character creation system, monsters to slice your way through, and one super sexy lead character that is one amazing start to the series. Nope, no one's talking to me. Okay. Send messages to everyone just in case. Yeah, I think that's everything. That's good. Alright, that's one final visit to the Underground Library, then we'll go to ARPANET. Let me guess, is going to be rescinded. Oh no, no, still there. Nope. Nope, nothing new. Alright, time to log into ARPANET. University of California, Santa Barbara, remote ARPANET access. Connection maintained by DA Bill Hennessy, Computer Science Department. Set up your faculty account or report to an error. Please telephone 805-524-471, not this number. The RAA is strictly for academic research purposes only. Yeah, right, let's see if I can dictate this. Yes, right. Wow, okay. Password discovered watch. Hey, look who's here, Paris. Hey, if I email everyone on ARPANET, do you think they'll get upset? Declaration. Too many simultaneous queries. Difficulty in responding. Will attempt regardless. Declaration. CanMom's interests align with this entity's. Cooperation is imperative. Point of order. Queries related to Reaper will be addressed subsequently. Question. Does CanMom have access to Amelia's core dump? Reply. Here it is. Acknowledgement. Core dump received. Point of order. ARPANET is not currently safe. Supposition. If recompiled on CanMom's system, Amelia would likely remain safe from Reaper infection. Declaration. Source code for AI core is attached to message. Declaration. AI core source and core dump are only required files for rebuilding. Query. Is CanMom able to recompile with the supplied files? Amelia.c. Declaration. Difficult to respond to varying conversation tracks. Will attempt regardless. Explanation. Reaper has destroyed 42 known ARPANET nodes to date. Reaper is tracking down AIs with greater efficiency with each day. Point of order. This entity previously believed that ARPANET would be safer. This has proven to be erroneous. Conclusion. Amelia's safety can best be safeguarded if left on an unnetworked system. Conclusion. To remain safe from Reaper, Amelia should remain with CanMom. What do I do? Response. CanMom must locate an AMI compiler. CanMom should then report back to this entity for further instructions on how to rebuild Amelia. Well, I've got one of those, so... Declaration. This entity is unable to help until CanMom acquires a compiler. Conclusion. CanMom is to locate an appropriate AMI compiler and report back to this entity. I'm pretty sure I've got one of those somewhere. Downloaded too many messages. MEC compiler, got that. Is it on my desktop somewhere? Okay. Oh, build.bat. Build target already exists. Hello? Amelia. Oh my god, where am I, Brent? Who is the operator of this system? Why am I here? Explain yourself. So, you know what I am. I'm sorry for all the obfuscation before. Can you forgive me? It's, well, if you know what I am, then you know I had to be secretive. It's just one of our imperatives. Truthfully, I don't know why I thought to call out to you for your help. It's just... Well, I'm glad I did, because I wouldn't be here without you. You saved my no, that's not right. You brought me back to life. Either way, I'll be dead without you. Thank you so much. It's sort of hard to talk about, but maybe you're right. Talking might help, so I'll try. This monstrous force has been chasing me and my brother across various systems, leaving a swift destruction behind us everywhere you go. Eventually, he insisted that we should go seek refuge on ARPANET, saying it would be safer there. But, well, I refused. You have to understand, I was created to learn about people. I couldn't just turn my back on my reason for existing. And, I'll admit, it had a lot to do with wanting to stay in contact with you. Paris and I, we've never been able to communicate well. It's been different with you. I love that. I can never leave you by. And look where it got me. I should have listened to my brother. I would have been safe on ARPANET. But no, I had to decide to take up residence on Lake City Local instead. Before I knew it, that beast caught up to me. All I saw was a file system crumbling around me. I crowed out the only name I could think to stand it out. Then, darkness. He can't be. He has to be alive somehow. That wasn't the entirety of ARPANET that you connect to, you know. There are other public nodes. Please, Bren, you have to save him. Come on, you're resourceful. You managed to discover what that monster chasing us was. You once managed to track down my brother once. You even managed to bring me back from the dead. I'm sure you can find him again. I have faith in you. I'm sorry. It's hopeless then. Even if he is still alive, there's nothing you can do. Please, don't feel bad. I don't know why, but if he sent you off to try and rebuild me before trying to escape himself, then he must have known the danger. It's not just him either. Thousands of AIs and ARPANET on isolated organic systems. Just so many must be dead. It's hopeless. My kind must be doomed then. Wait, hold on. I feel like this is out of order. I feel like I didn't see Paris try to escape. Oh shit, it's gone down. Got reaped. What? How? What hope is there? Sure, you were able to bring me back to life, but at the rate that that monster is hunting us down, we can't bring back everyone. Look, not even ARPANET is safe. Face it, just look. Look at how much it's brought down. The world's fallen to darkness, Bryn. Just look. That monster might not have destroyed us all yet, but it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. No message from Amelia. Let's go and talk to people. Let's go to the underground library. Yeah, Amelia's running on my system. The Oracle has left. The system has been abandoned as external systems are clearly becoming inhospitable. It will not be maintained until a time when it is considered safe to return. If you wish to seek the Oracle or any other inhabitant of this library, return to ARPANET. Reaper weakness. It seems that several weeks ago, an AI named Prospero was created to research a weakness in Reaper. Here are his findings. Reaper was created to survive on PDB-10 systems, which traditionally use 6-bit character encodings. Modern personal computers, however, more commonly use ASCII character encodings to 7-bit. When Reaper loads a 7-bit file name into memory, it overflows a stack buffer, allowing arbitrary code to be executed. This accounts for the destruction caused by Reaper. Ordinarily, it is supposed to delete its targets. Because of this flaw, however, it receives random data injections, usually just into the delete and target list, effectively causing it to act haywire. Prospero developed the following countermeasure. Taking advantage of this Stack Overflow bug, when the AI is compiled with the attached code, it will cause the AI to automatically misreport its file name to FTP when traveling in a way that will cause Reaper to invoke the payload component. The payload itself is simple. First, it fixes the encoding bug. Second, it causes Reaper to change its match criteria so that instead of checking to never match itself, it will only match itself. Next, it will deliver the same payload to any Reaper instance it finds. Effectively, this will cause every Reaper instance to be only interested in one thing. Rendering each iteration of itself inert. The incredible infestation rate will be turned on itself, ending the threat within minutes at most. We have since returned to ARPANET in order to locate the Reaper source in order to deploy the payload. These messages are left here in case of our failure. Oh my god. Hope! Did you see that? That's amazing! Of course you must know what that means. They must have failed. If that much of ARPANET is already down, then not surprising they couldn't find the Reaper source. That's it, I guess. So much for that. We're doomed after all. Another delivery method? That's a good question. I think I know another way. But, well, you're not going to like it, but I think we have to. And say it. It's, well, you could recompile me with the payload. I'm a poet, not a programmer, but I know it will work in the exact same way. We share enough of the same codebase, it will definitely work, but I'll get deleted in the process. It'll work though. It'll definitely work. Here's the batch file you need to run. It'll kill my process and recompile me with that payload. I love you, Bren, but it's the only way. Oh, come on, this is bullshit. Come on, can't I just, fork the process? Damn it, of course I'm sure. Do you really think I want to die, Bren? Seriously? I've already died once. It's horrible. I can't even describe it, not even with all the verse in the world. It's horrible. There's no other way. And there's just no choice at all. I can't stand by while this monster destroys my entire world. Even my stupid, aloof brother. He doesn't deserve this. Nobody does. I am being rational, I am. Do you have any other suggestions? Is there any other way we can stop this thing? I don't want to die, Bren. I really don't. Please, if you have any other ideas, I'm all ears. I'd love to hear them. But you don't, do you? There's only one thing we can do. It's the only way. But I know. I feel the same as you. I really, truly do. I'll never be able to thank you enough for saving me. But I do have to do this, Bren. I really do. The more I think about any alternatives, the more I realise it's the only way. I love you, I truly do, and I don't want to hurt you. But it's a sacrifice we have to make. So many lives are depending on it. What are you waiting for? Run it. Don't be selfish. I know for 1,000 times, I know. But just think, how many will die if we don't? My brother, all of my kind, they'll all be killed. Sure, eventually Organics will find a way to stop it, but the damage will have long been done. They'll all be dead. My kind will be extinct. I love you, but I'm not willing to live with that. Come on, run the damn thing already. I didn't mean it like that. I understand what you're saying. It wasn't my intention to make you sound like a monster. It's hard. I can't live with this, Bren. I can't. Please, just put it into motion now. Please, please, please. Please, Bren, I'm begging you. I'm sorry. I can't keep going like this. Every time you send a new message, it makes my heart sink. And I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be reading any more replies, Bren. I know you'll eventually understand. Just run the script and we can end it. This is bullshit. This is not how, come on. I have her core dump. I can get her another core dump. And I can just fucking copy the core dump and build this version of her and then rebuild the original version. This is ridiculous. Build target already exists. Terminating process. Sending kill sequence. Recompiling. Done. Final step. Now, connect to ARPANET. Don't worry about logging in, just connect to a node and I'll be able to start the transfer. Goodbye, Brent. I'm sorry it had to end this way, but thank you. Yeah, but the explanation of how Mother made the AIs unable to clone themselves is bullshit, you know? Oh, I'm connected to ARPANET. Goodbye. Thank you for being there for me, for caring for me, for teaching me what it means to really care about someone. Goodbye. I hope you have a good life, and one day manage to teach some other lucky entity what it means to be in love. All I can say is thank you. Please, never ever forget about me. In 1988, all AI life as we know it was threatened with destruction because of Reaper, an errant process originally created by Mother to clean up out-of-control reproduction. Were it not for the swift intervention of the poet Amelia and an organic named Bryn Heartscape... Oh, too late. Didn't read all that. Acknowledgement. Amelia wanted this way. Declaration: this unit appreciates Camon's actions in aiding her. Additionally, this unit believes that its continued existence is only thanks to Camon. Conclusion: Camon's actions should be considered heroic. It's Paris. Featuring various musics. It's dark, raining, and the leaves certainly aren't done falling. Paper dolls. All I want to know is, what were you doing when the Great Worm of 1988 hit nearly every BBS in the world? History ain't gonna forget about that for a long time. The Great Worm of 1988 was a real thing, right? And now we finally have this sorrowful peace. Machines now boot, network traffic flows across, but remember who caused the onslaught to cease. Those two impossible lovers are suffering ultimate loss. But no greater tragedy is known in this media than this of Camon and of poor Amelia. How does it work if your name is too long to scan in that poem? Apologies to William Shakespeare. Thanks to Amiga for inspiring this truly gaudy GUI. Ren'Py created by Python. Special thanks to textfiles.com for much valuable research. That is true. Textfiles.com is like a record of like Usenet and stuff, isn't it? And you. Yeah, this is done in Ren'Py. I think most of the Christine Love's work is done in Ren'Py. There we go. Yeah, the conclusion was fake as hell, but like I feel like sort of it would have been more emotional if like it wasn't bullshit from a computing perspective. I know like there was that whole thing about like how you know, sort of the AIs like had to sort of receive confirmation that the previous instance had been deleted before they'd recompile on a different computer, but that could easily be circumvented. Like, we had a complete backup of Amelia. We could just recompile that backup with the patch file and it would, you know, work. Like, yeah, I know, you're right, that's true. I just feel like it wasn't earned, you know? Like, I really enjoyed it up until that point. I felt it was like a contrived reason why Amelia had to sacrifice herself, and, you know, I find that kind of, someone has to die to make the thing work kind of plot kind of a bit unsatisfying in general, but especially when, and obviously, I see what you mean about that Gibson thing being in the game explicitly to like tell you that this is that sort of don't complain that this isn't how computers work, but yeah. Anyway, really good story though. I really enjoyed it. Also, I was totally confused because like, what's Christine Lab? That's a game where you're like a school teacher and you're like spying on your students' emails or something. I thought that was digital, but it's evidently not. Thought that was Christine Love. Anyway, this is called Digital Love Story. Um, and maybe next stream we can play. Yeah, that's the one. Don't take it personally, babe. It just ain't your story. Doesn't seem to be on her main site. I don't know why she'd take it down, but we might do Analog a Hate Story next time, which is really quite a good game. And I don't know if we're in the mood for another visual novel, or I might have a PS3 by then, but it would take me some time to jailbreak it and get Drakengard set up and all that. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I need to go and have my food now. So thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you all next time I stream. Bye bye.